What's going on, Jams? Hope you guys doing well. So, welcome to this episode on the alt session as well. But without further ado, ETF has been approved. I'm getting some weird comments on Twitter regarding fake news and all that kind of thing, sources and stuff like that. But we'll go through it together anyway. But it has been approved. It's finally fucking done. So in honor of ETF, I'm gonna smoke up a cigarette. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be done, isn't it? So here we go. We'll go through the whole ETF situation as well. And we'll look at Bitcoin actually, because I know normally it's an alt session itself, so I don't really look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. Did that yesterday, but I'm going to do that now. I do think there's a breakout coming on there. I have actually entered along already on Bitcoin. Let me just bring this up in just a second. But nevertheless, we can actually break this down together. Now, what I've got here, before we do so, I know I want to do the shout and whatever, but there's a bit of a breakout happening, and I'm anticipating a breakout to the upside right now as we speak. So we're just going to do a quick live breakdown on Bitcoin, really. So what I've got here literally is Monday's low, Monday's high. Yesterday we did a spike above, resistance coming to the mid-range, does a deviation in the mid-range, and right here we've got bullish price action taking out these highs and these highs over here, this high over there, and this high over here. This is, to me, anticipation of a breakout. Stop loss here. I took a long around just somewhere around here, just above the mid-range itself. Stop loss below here. You know, you're looking for the range highs, right? That's really what it comes down to on Monday's high. You got to ask yourself this from a price action point of view. If this is supposed to break down and we're supposed to go down lower to 40k, 42k, I don't know what numbers you guys want to make up, 36, 37, the lower numbers below where we are right now. Why the fuck are we going up there? Do you know what I mean? Why are we going up to the range highs? That's the question I always ask myself as well. Now, I could be completely wrong. Now, if you guys want to actually jump on board on more of confirmation, absolutely, no fucking problem. What you got to do is if it breaks down over here, comes back down, maybe a spike up and breaks below here, that's when you know, okay, that was just a deviation. We did the stop run of this highs, play it back down to the mid-range of Monday's mid-range, and you're looking to play it down to Monday's low. Now, I want you to pay attention to a few things, right? I don't know if you notice, Monday's low on Bitcoin for a little while has not been taken out for quite some time. Now, is this ETF situation buy the rumor, sell the news? I don't think so. I personally I think it's very obvious. Everyone's calling it out, buy the rumor, sell the news kind of thing as well. And that's the thing is, like, a lot of people, it's like, remember ETH 2.0? ETH 2.0 back in September of 2021. I remember that really well. I was in freaking the Binance conference in Paris. And it was supposed to be very bullish with ETH 2.0, and what happened? It was buy the rumor, sell the news situation. Same thing, right? No one talked about buy the rumor, sell the news. Everyone was talking about ETH 2.0. You know, ETH 2.0 is going to be great, scalability, that kind of stuff, lower prices, all that kind of malarkey. But, however, for the ETF, everyone's jumping on this board of buy the rumor, sell the news. It's similar to the whole, recession. Did we get a recession? No, we didn't. So I'm not saying that like I'm completely right. I'm just saying that open your eyes for the bigger picture. Now, if you want to go for confirmation, what you got to do is literally, that's your Monday's high. This is the high that's capping the market. That should be capping the market, worst case scenario, right? So if we get back above it, hold above this, that's bullish price action. Because what we've got is higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. And then you can play that this is your stop loss. And then you can shoot up higher prices. Now, what's so key about this level here on Bitcoin really as well is generally that this level here is a very, very important level. This 44.9k is one of the most important levels that you need to actually pay attention. We've covered this plenty of times, and I'll do it again. What it is the midpoint between the range lows and the range highs. That's the very midpoint. So if it holds support here and breaks these highs, where are we looking for? We're looking for liquidity, range highs, 62k. I really think this goes to 62k in my opinion. So I'm bullish for the time being. I've taken a long on Bitcoin. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. If we take out Monday's low, then yeah, fine, fuck it. Let's see what happens. I want to see how we react at the yearly open. So this, let me just bring it on a lower time frame on the 4 hours. Is the yearly open right here, the one in red there. So if we come back down, take out the Monday's low, find support off the yearly open, reclaim the Monday's low, again, play the longs back to where? Mid-range over here, mid-range to range highs. That's it, keep it simple. Then if we get a breakout to the upside, God, may God be with all of us, and we freaking actually shoot this up to 48k, 52k, then 62k. So these are the points I'll be looking for. So Above the yearly open is bullish. If we were to get down below the yearly open, I will actually make a video. I will come on live and I'll say, yo, listen, I was wrong on the idea, and this is what we need to look for now with the flip bias and look for bearish scenarios. Do you know what I mean? So now that's BTC. We'll do Ethereum quickly in just a moment there. Actually, fuck it, let's do Ethereum quickly. Ethereum itself, same scenarios as I said to you yesterday as well, that this is a range band environment, okay? This is the whole range band environment. This was the high of last year. We have breached it. We have breached it, right? Yeah, it's not convincing. So all you're looking for is a flip of this level there, bullish price action, and off you go. You're playing for higher prices. Let me bring up another chart, actually. This is a better chart right here. Not that chart. Yeah, this chart. I've taken a long here. That swing long from the bottoms we talked about. It's not really a big deal. Let me delete that for a second. I'll bring that back up because that's for me. But as you can see, we are causing a lot of... Okay, let me bring up this whole range. Let me explain the range quickly and you understand what the fuck I'm talking about. Right, so the range really comes down to this, right? Same thing. I'm going to say this over and over again and you guys are going to be fed up with me, right? I swear to God, you guys are going to be absolutely fed up. But the more I say it, the more it draws in my head, which therefore means it should drill in your head, okay? So 2021 of Q2, that low over here and that high over here. That's the range band environment, which we played. Deviation, 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 small deviation, but higher lows, off we go. Broken market structure, higher highs, okay? Market structure wise, let's have a look at it together. Excuse me. Apologies for the cough there. I'm coming down with a bit of a fever, but never mind. We're looking at market structure. What is it? Let's have a look at the bearish scenario here. That's the lower look. Whoopsie daisy. Fucking, you know, I've got this new fucking bracelet on as well. So like when I put it on the desk and I'm moving my mouse, it really fucks up with my mobility a little bit, man. So, but yeah, never mind. So that's the high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And then we start to change. We start to make higher lows because this low can't get breached. And then it flips to what? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. We are now pushing up to the upside now. This is looking bullish. We are playing between here, and we've broken above this high here. What is this point here? Between these 2 points, the mid-range and the range low, we got this level here. It's 25% of the range. And that's what's capping the market. That fainted dashed lines over here, okay? Let me zoom into it and drop it to the full. And we're going to have a look at this a bit more clear, all right? From a price action point of view, all we've got a range band environment, okay? I'm going to use this swing high here, whoopsie daisy, this swing high over here, and this swing low over here. That's where the range is. Hide all that malarkey right there. You can see we're getting capped, right? It's been capped up and down, up and down. It's a ping pong, the whole place up, down, up. Is it going to go down? I don't know. If it deviates this and starts breaking down, I'll start looking for the shorts to the midpoint to range low. That's it. That's all it is. Now, if I'm right on the idea from a price action point of view, what's important about this level here is that is last year's high. Let me bring this up. That's last year's high right here. And then where are we for the yearly open? Let me have a look. That's the yearly open. I'll mark that in a different color. And that's the yearly open. Fucking hell. When I said different color, I didn't mean yellow. Fuck's sake. There we go. And as you can see from a price action point of view, what we've done, we had a little bit below, pushed up, come back down, underneath it, resistance, sells off, right? But makes a higher low, gets back above it, does a bit of a deviation, but then pushes up into last year's high. If it's so bullish, right, and we're supposed to be, if it's supposed to be bearish, we should be getting back below here. This is where the shorting scenarios are. Above the yearly open is bullish scenarios. So you can't really be fucking around with like looking for shorts until we get the yearly open. I mean, unless you want to take short-term trades, it's entirely up to you. But I'm not comfortable to take shorts until we get below the yearly open to break down, and I'll take the shorts there. Now, confirmation-wise, what we're looking for in terms of actually playing the longs, all I need to see is price. Let the price maybe come back down to here, pushes back down here, find support, breaks above, bullish price action, shows me a willingness of price wanting to displace away from this range band environment. All we've done here is consolidated here. We're going to do a breakout to the upside, which is this one, or are we going to do a breakout on the downside, which we'll figure it out when if it does come. So I'm looking more the bullish scenarios for the time being until we get the yearly open, but this will be my confirmation to go for longs. Now, if I'm going to go for longs, where's my targets? If I bring up my levels, what is this black line over here that I'm going to bring across the screen? That is a 25%. So we are getting ping ponged left, right, and center between that 25%. We aren't able to reclaim that level. So does it come back into this high, hold support at the 25%, reclaims last year's high, bullish price action, off we go. If BTC is looking fucking bullish to me, if BTC is looking bullish, because if you look at it this way, we talked about yesterday in regards to Bitcoin dominance, Ethereum dominance, and all that kind of stuff. Let me get a drink one second. There we go. Now, yeah, we talked about like Bitcoin dominance, right? And we want it to break down. Now, Bitcoin dominance, just to bring this up, how's it looking like? Bring up the level. Looks like it's all right. Okay, not too bad. Market structure wise is bullish. Well, was bullish. It's now bearish. Let me just explain that to you there. We follow this out. So the bullish scenario was here. Let me bring this here. That's cool. We got higher highs, higher lows, 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 higher highs. Then the market structure shifts, makes a lower low. We'll break this thing. We'll break this low over here. Before these lows over here, they hold in place. They don't get breached. So the market structure is still intact to the upside. But once we start breaking this low here, we can do whatever we want, maybe a bit of a deviation or whatever. But this high here needs to hold. So if this high needs to hold, we need to get it. Basically, we need price, right? We need to get back down below here and break down so we can sell off. That's what we're looking for, the confirmation, right? Okay. Now, is everyone with me so far, or am I just fucking going off the plot? If I am going off the plot, you need to let me know as well, because I have a tendency to just talk too much. That's a problem with me. Man, fucking, I like a good cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? I like a good cup of tea. But yeah, so regardless of what I'm looking at right now is that we just need to break below this again. Get back below here. I'd be quite happy to play it back down to level, and then level. And then once we get underneath it, confirmation, okay? So Bitcoin dominance is dropping down. What's ETH dominance doing? Oopsie daisy. ETH dominance doing? Should be pushing up. Motherfuckers, pushing up, innit? Right? So you can see, that is the range low. Right over here. 1 second there. Right at the range low, we're holding. So ETH dominance is pushing up over here. Once we reclaim the 25% range, what we're looking for? The mid-range. From the mid-range to range high. Now, if ETH dominance pushes up, right? We're going to see a massive, massive flow of money going to Ethereum. Like when I say a massive flow, like money will go so crazy in Ethereum that I wouldn't be surprised if we get to 3K very, very quickly, right? Which is the mid-range, because ETH is lagging behind Bitcoin. When you see ETH is lagging behind Bitcoin, that means Bitcoin's a dominant one, which makes sense. Bitcoin dominance is going up. However, if ETH dominance goes up and ETH starts playing catch up, right, money will then move from Ethereum over to the alts. Now within the alts, you got the majors, the mids, and the low caps. I'm in a bunch of low caps, personally speaking, right? I'm in tons of low caps, right? But I am also in some majors and some mids. Of course, I'm going to spread my portfolio quite accordingly to what's needed. But we're going to see some craziness. Now, when it comes to EPDC, what we need to see is literally this. Okay? That's the range band environment right here. The range high there and the range low there. We've got the deviation over here. All we've done so far is do the stop run of this low here. That low here is the stop run. Okay? We've got our range band environment over here. Right over here is a range band environment. When, soon enough, we're going to have to reclaim this level here. Bullish price action, and then we can say we'll step back in the range. This is all the deviation. Target 1, target 2, and then plays up to target 3 and then 4. Range band environment. That's all it is. That's all we're looking for. A breach of these highs here will tell me that there's a break in market structure. That's your confirmation, and that's what we're looking for. That's all we're looking for. Okay. Now, quickly, let's just do a quick shout with a couple of guys that are here. I really appreciate you guys coming on there. Pharaoh, we've got Lone Wolf, we've got Kenny. We just have 2 hours before all-time high. Yeah, that's true. I was a bit confused. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm doing an all-time high with Ghazi. Shaz, the Puddu, decided to fucking call in sick. It's fucking calling sick. But he's messaging on WhatsApp, so he's not that sick if you ask me. I think he's just fucking calling it a day off. I don't know what's going on with him. But the thing is, I tried to test him out. I was like, yo, you want to play some COD? And he's like, I can't, bro. I'm ill. I was like, okay, maybe he's smart or he's really ill. I don't know. So, like, bless him as well. Yeah, who else have we got? We got Berlin. Good to have you here. There, Paul Sinclair's. Evening to you too, my sir. We got Hermanth. It's been a while as well. There, Phoenix. How's it going, brother? Ray. Massive flow to Ethereum will trickle down to large cap first or alts across the entire market. Yes, it will. So, like, what happening is right. Like, money is actually moving around from like BTC to Ethereum, and then some of the major and like alts here and there are popping. Right, it's all great. It's been moving up, but not like in a very aggressive manner. So what you're looking for now, right, is that like I don't know if you guys have seen this actually. You maybe have. If not, I'll explain to you. Let me go to Bitcoin. No, money flow. I think that's what. Right, maybe that's. I'll find something like that. Here we go. This is it. I don't know if you guys have seen this one. So let me bring this up here. 1 second up. When it decides he wants to come up, there we go. Okay, so this is basically the path to altcoins. Okay, what you tend to see is money is in Bitcoin, right? The flow of money moves into Bitcoin, causing prices to surge. So we've seen Bitcoin run up from 15k to like 40, 44, 46, 47k. We know we've seen some crazy fucking numbers, right? Now that's the first stage. And then the second stage, right? So money flows into Ethereum, but it struggles to keep up with Bitcoin. That's what we're seeing. Bitcoin is way ahead, and Ethereum is lagging. Ethereum is where? It's at the 2022 mid range, and when you look at Bitcoin, it's nearly at the 2022 high. So there's a massive lag. So money is struggling to actually go like Ethereum is struggling to keep up with Bitcoin, and Ethereum goes back and forth with Bitcoin and starts to outperforming. That's what we're waiting for the performance. The ETH BTC start to show bullishness. We're seeing we want to see Bitcoin dominance dropping. Ethereum dominance actually picking up as well at the same time. We want to see percentage, right? You guys won't be able to see it right now, but like let me try and drag this across. You see like you can't see there. Anyway. On my watch list, fuck you. Just because I love you guys, I'll do it as well. Fuck you know. But you see on my watch list over here, right? I got the percentage change. What you tend to see is that you see that the Ethereum percentage is way more higher than the freaking Bitcoin. Right now, it's proving to be, and that's why EBTC is pushing up higher. 3.5% up on Ethereum and 0.2% on Bitcoin. Right. So let me bring that back up to normal reality. There we go. And so you start to see that. Let's bring up the money flow. So that's what we want to see. So we haven't seen a proper cycle of Ethereum, ramping up. What we've seen so far is what I would like to see, like I would call it as a mini alt run. So the mini alt run that we had in January last year and February that went on, the mini alt run again, like the small, you're seeing like there's a bunch of low caps that actually popped. Like Paul was one of them that I'm actually in. I got in from day one, and like I've done over 100x on that, and I'm still freaking holding that shit. And I reckon this goes a lot more higher. I think we get to a billion market cap quite easily. So I just drink it all out of the way. Put the cup there because it's kind of bothering me in my space. I like my space to be very small amount. So I've got my microphone, my keyboard, my mouse, and my cigarettes, and that's it. I don't like anything else. When I got too much stuff around me, it kind of pissed me off a little bit. But we're seeing mini alt runs where in terms of like we've seen some of these crazy low caps popping. We've seen Inge popping, Solana popping as well, but we haven't seen everything ripped together. That's what we haven't seen yet, and that's the real alt season we're looking for, and that's the one we're gonna get into soon as well. So what you start seeing is that Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin, and we hear talks of the flipping, and the money moves from Ethereum, goes back into the large caps, and then in the large caps you see Ethereum has been outperforming Bitcoin, and large caps are going parabolic. We've seen some of them actually go quite mad. Like look at Inch, made all time. I think it made all time high. Solana ripped like a motherfucker. These are like RNDR went from like $1 to like $4 or something like that. So it's crazy that some of these ones are ripping. Link is pushing up quite strong. So these are large caps are actually really up. Ramping into more of a parabolic stage. And then the alt season where it goes from large cap, have gone full vertical, and we've seen blow off tops. Mid caps, low caps, and micro caps tend to pump around the same time. And then we see the large caps outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum. Seems like every coin is going parabolic regardless of fundamentals. Memes are everywhere. Everyone is super excited, and you feel the mania in the air. And then slowly, money is getting taken back into Bitcoin, taking profits. You got to take profits. Don't believe for a second that this is an up-only move. It doesn't exist. Yes, if you were to look over a period of like 5 years, right, or 10 years or whatever, yeah, oh yeah, this is an up move. But we are living minute by minute where we're seeing this kind of price action over here. Like it's all fucking messy, you know. Like then we see this, and then we see this. You know, like this is how we're seeing it. But in reality, if you were to look at in over a span of 5 years, that's the move. I get it, up only in that kind of sense. Great, fine, no problem. But however, you've got to take some profits, man. You've got to bank your money out there when it looks like the bear market, when it looks like it's going to be bear market in my opinion, and dollar index is pushing up as well, you know, like and whatnot, and we start seeing a breaking market structure from bearish dollar, then I would and the stock markets are starting looking bearish, Bitcoin's looking bearish, Ethereum's looking bearish as well, and what you tend to see is like how it tends to run. So Bitcoin, so we talked about yesterday, like the Bitcoin and Ethereum and in alts, they start to play catch up kind of thing in that kind of sense. You start seeing Bitcoin, right? Starts making breaking market structure, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, right? And then, you know, at the same time, you will see Ethereum do the same thing, okay? Breaks market structure, lower lows, lower low highs, lower lows, right? But alt, for the next month or couple of weeks, right? Because of the mania and like, you know, the memes are everywhere, everyone's super excited and you feel the mania in the air. Alts keep going higher highs, higher lows, and it starts to distribution over here. Maybe it goes back up. Oopsie, you can't really see that. Maybe alts like does this, it pushes up, right? And it rallies up. And then around this time when it's breaking market structure, it pulls back, breaks market structure, but then still holds its place. And there's a period of distribution here, so you will have time to actually even cut the market, cut from your markets, your alts itself. You do have time. What you will end up do, what you need to do really, what I'll be doing really and truly, and I will actually, if I'm still alive, to be honest, I'll tell you this stuff as well myself, and it's entirely up to you guys. You believe me, you believe me. If you don't believe me, that's not my problem. At the same time, I'm just looking at my bags, and I'm more than happy to help you guys out as we go along. But we have to accept there is going to be a bear market. There's no such thing as this is going to go up every single year. Even gold doesn't even do that. You know what I'm saying? Gold doesn't even do that. You know, let me show you gold quickly. XAU, USD, that's gold. Hide all this shit. Yeah, we've been, you know, all-time high recently. But if I go on the yearly, right? Even gold has down years. You know what I'm saying? Like 1 year, 2 years in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, you see these down periods, and then we have a pullback, pushing up there as well. So even gold, if gold is such an asset really, and we having like down years, who the fuck is Bitcoin? Do you know what I mean? So like be realistic as well in your views when you're looking at like playing the game itself and taking profits and whatnot, or thinking to yourself that you might have more. Have your plan right now. I'm telling you guys right now, legitimately, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette while I tell you this shit, and I'm very, very serious about this. What you need to do, every single one of you guys, right? Like the amount of people that like I've seen make mistakes is gonna increase again, right? Because history repeats itself. I don't know if you believe in that stuff, but really, history will always repeat itself. Now, what do I mean by that in psychology? When you're looking at your Twitter, you will start to see people actually posting pictures of their cars, chains, jewelry, holidays, this and that, and all that kind of stuff, right? Great for them, not for you. It's got nothing to do with you. Do you know what I mean? Mind your own business. That's the truth. You gotta mind your own business. End of the day, right? You got your own baggage. You got your own life. You've got your own plans, right? So if someone's actually like, you use Twitter as a sentimental value of playing against them. When people are super bullish, right? That's when you go against them, right? So you start looking at playing the game as it is. But look at your portfolio right now, right? What's your dream? You know, let's say if I were to ask Phoenix, right? I go to Phoenix, I'm like, yo, listen, right? You don't need to tell me your portfolio. How much money do you have? And if you say to me, for example, I've got like 4 or 5K, all right? I'm just giving an example. Maybe you have more, maybe he has a bit less. I don't know, but I'm just giving a rough number on this. Sorry, Phoenix, I'm using you as an example there. So he says he's got 4 or 5K. I go, all right, cool. What's your goal? How much money do you want? And he's like, you know what? I want $1 million. I want $1 million. I'm not saying it's impossible, right? I'm not saying it's impossible, but be realistic. Do you know what I mean? Look, like, if I was living in Mauritius, for example, I'm saying that because that's where I'm from originally. If I were living in Mauritius, my portfolio might not be the same as it is as someone who lives in the UK, or someone who lives in like in America, right? Somewhere, or someone who lives in Dubai, for example. Now, don't look at other people. Look at your own pockets. Look at your own pockets and be realistic with your goals. And what would I say? I'll say probably what, a 50x, 50x. Look, with 5k, 50x is what, 250k. 100x is possible. 500,000. Of course, you'd be watching the market as it is and as it goes up, as it's actually moving up to the upside. Look, okay. So Phoenix says exactly 4k. All right, then you didn't have to tell me, my brother. You see, I rate that. So Phoenix goes, my goal is 150 to 200k. That is what? How many x's is that? So 10x is 40k. 24, 8, 12, 16. So 4. But you're asking for a 40x. That's what you're asking for, and I think that's a fucking reasonable freaking goal. So like some of you guys, like Berlin says, my capital's 1k and I want to make 100k, and he's also from India. I'm not saying it's impossible. 1k to 100k is also possible. I'm not saying you can't do that. But what's impossible, nearly impossible, I would say, you can never say anything is impossible by the will of God. You know, like if God's on your side and, you know, and you're blessed and he opens the doors for you, why not? Why the fuck not? If you get 1 million, inshallah, why not, right? But if you got an account like Berlin, if he's got an account of 1k and he says to me, yeah, I want to make 1 million, bro, that's 1,000x, my brother. Do you know what I mean? Like, look, you're from India, right? $1 million will be fucking crazy. Absolutely, I think it's a fucking dream in it. But look at 100k. I'm sorry, guys, man. I'm actually using you guys as an example here, and I don't mean to put you on the spot. But like Indian rupees, let's have a look. So what's that? USD to Indian rupees. All right, let's do it together. So my man says he wants to get 100k, right? Which is what? How many zeros there? I've got. That's what, yeah. So which is 83 million rupees. Is that right? No. 8.3 million. Now, 8.3 million, I'm sure you can change your life with that. I'm sure there's a lot of things you can do. Maybe set up a business. Maybe you can buy a business out. Maybe you actually, you know, like that's enough, right, for you to actually live life comfortably in India. Maybe it gives you an opportunity that you want to try and go travel somewhere else. You have to be legitimate with your idea. Now, if you say to me you want 1 million rupees and it's a million US dollar, which is about 83 million rupees, it's you're asking for 1,000x. You're asking for 1,000x. Don't be greedy. Just don't ever be greedy. Now, look at this, right? Phoenix says his goal is 150 to 200k, inshallah. Okay? You got Berlin says he wants to make 100k. And I'm sure you guys are all feeling the same the same idea as well. Maybe it's like 500,000, maybe it's 200. I don't know. Whatever the number may be. But if you are looking at something like, you know, you're being far-fetched with 1,000, that's crazy, right? Now, let's just say Phoenix hits 200k, and I'm still saying, guys, this is still bullish, man. You know, like retail hasn't even come in, or retail has just started to come in. For example, I'm giving you an example, right? What I would say to you, my bro, start taking profits, cash out some of these so you can have it in your bank, at least 10-20%. 200k, right? If you get 200k, $40,000, so you can actually cash out in your pocket. It's fucking great. Berlin, 10k, 100k, take 20% off. That's actually 20k. I'm sure 20k can do a lot of things with 20k. It's money that you would never have seen should you actually work every single day of your life and try and save that money. It's hard. It's really hard. So yeah, there's also tax. Don't worry about that. Tax for you, how to sort that out and whatnot. But still, be realistic. Now, if you got to 200k and all of a sudden, right, you've taken out 20%, but your portfolio is still going up, that's really fucking good. That's a blessing from God itself. Like that, I don't know if you guys believe in God and whatnot as well, but to me, it's a blessing. It's an absolute blessing. We don't deserve this kind of money. What did we do to deserve this kind of money? Remember where you come from. This is a real serious game, and so many people that I know, unfortunately, fortunately made a lot of money, but did they cash it out? I don't know. I can't speak for everyone else. I know I made my mistakes too, but at the same time, worry about your own pockets, do your own thing, right? Have your goal, and please, guys, don't get greedy. like Berlin, like I'm gonna remember this, right? If I ever see you say to me, yo, I hit my targets 100k, I'm at like 150k, but I want to get a million, I'm gonna smack you up, bro. I'll give you a slap. Sorry about that. I don't mean to be rude, but you have to cash this out. You have to, because this bull run that we have, it lasts for a very short period of time. You know, like we're saying 12 to 18 months worth of run of parabolic, you know? So like we can actually 12 to 18 months is going to be the thing that changes your life. Now, if we get to 12 months and it's still going up, fine, let it go up. Let it go up, but you're cashing out, you're taking profits. You're essentially dumping on retail. That's what you're doing. We're going to have a bear market. I don't want you guys to actually ride your portfolio to the top and then ride your portfolio downwards and then argue with yourself saying, we're still bullish, we're still bullish, we're still bullish. You know, like, it's going to hold this level. If the market is looking like it's bearish because dollar index is bullish, guys, it's game over. You got to pack your bags and start taking your profits. Dump everything and move on. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, hopefully that helps. I don't know. I'm just giving you an example there, but hopefully that actually does a lot of good for you guys more than anything else as well. So I thought I'd just pass on a little information to you guys there, okay? And Berlin is saying like his first cycle here, gonna make it and meet you in England, bro. Bro, inshallah, I'll meet you in India. Why not? You know? Asgard saying it, don't round trip the profits. Absolutely. Now, the SEC. Let's get back to the SEC. I think that's really important, right? So if you go to the SEC website, let me just bring this over here so you guys can see this like that. Whoopsie daisy. And so, 1 second. There we go. So, to look at this whole ETF thing, all you gotta do is go to the SEC website, go to filings, right? Click on that, search an address, and then you go to company or fund name, ticker symbol. Click on that. The company and person lookup. The one that I know that has been approved is ARK. So you type in ARK, search, and it's 00. Yeah, it's the first one. Yeah, 186999. That's the one. ARK 21 shares ETF, Bitcoin ETF. Click on that, and right here it's already telling us that this is all. You can see all the company filings, blah blah. What you call it here? Here we go. Certificate. Certification by an exchange approving securities for listing. Today, click on the documents, and that's all it is. So this filing was today, accepted today, early on, not too long ago, and that's it. So that means it's been approved. ETF has been approved. You can look at the freaking documents right here. You guys can actually check it out. To whom it may concern, please be advised that the CBOE BZX exchange has received an application dated blah 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 for ETF in order to facilitate timely I can't be asked to read all that bullshit. But so it looks to me, oopsie daisy, yeah, it looks to me that thingy that we're gonna go live tomorrow. It's live tomorrow, so that's gonna be an interesting thing. And look at Bitcoin. What's happening? It's slowly pushing up now. So bringing it up there. Where's my freaking range? There we go. So I think it's we're good to go. I'm in a long for me right now. I thought I'd share that with you. Stop loss here for me. I'm looking for liquidity at 48.2k and then run it up to higher numbers. I'll tell you why 48.2k. Just a recap, running it up to higher numbers. We're looking at this high over here. Fuck off. Get this high over here. This high over here. These highs over there, 52k, and then 62k. And then we'll look at something crazy as itself on a higher time frame itself. All right, so what else we got here? Even Ferris thinks this is his first bull run after the bear shit, and I will hit my target and invite you to Egypt, bro. Inshallah. If you guys ever come to the UK, let me know. I'm more than happy to meet you up, and we can go for a meal too, legitimately as well. Yeah, so let's go. Long from 42179. Oh, bro, you are fucking sharper than I am, bro. I mean, I've got a long already the other day on the yearly open, after the yearly open itself. So my long is at 42688. That's the swing long that I've got there. So I'm looking for higher prices, and targets wise it's open. I know I got put it at 62k, but it's very open. I think we can go to like freaking 80k. So if you guys remember yesterday, I talked on the stream with Ghazi. Excuse me there. I think we got the 1.5 here at 78.7k. I think that's a very easy target to hit to. I think 80k is going to be a number as well. We're going to be looking into as well. So that's we will see how it is. Right, let's get into a few alts as it is. I have spent 35 minutes on freaking BTC, well, the ETF and BTC and the thingy. All right, yeah, I promised to do BRN, and all right, let's do BRN. Let's have a look at that. So BRN, I bought into it. Okay, so I'm actually in BRN. There's a metaverse. Here we go. All right. Talk about the price action itself. So the whole thing really is, right, what's quite key that I like to see personally when you got this whole long thing. If you watch the whole Kazi stream that I did with Kazi and Shaz yesterday in our other podcast, All Time High, you would see me talk about this. This is, like, to me, very interesting. I like things like that when it looks dead and nothing's going on. Now the team is actually working and so on, and there's a lot of fundamentals on this, but this is more of a TA perspective. But from a TA perspective, off the weekly, we can see price action was bearish. Yes, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Then we make a lower low, but we've taken out these highs there, these highs there, and these highs there. So it's bullish market structure, and it's pushing up now. 1 second there. If I go down to the daily, right? If I were to look for what's capping the market right now, this is a bit funky. I know it's a bit funky, but apologies for that. That's what's capping the market. That high is capping the market, and that high comes into, so that low comes in around 68. Let's call it 69 cents. So if we reclaim the 69 cents, and then we can start looking for the next set of targets, which will be, I would say, this goes up fucking stupid though, because bear in mind this is a 2 million market cap, so he has the potential to go a lot more higher. So if I were to give targets wise, you'd be looking at this high over here, yeah, 69 cents, and then you got like what, 107. From 107, then we can fucking hell, this goes up high. I don't know. The next key area really, the next true key area of resistance is going to be here, to be honest as well. Freaking $3.76, 77 around that area. That's the key area. So working this out on lower time frame on the daily, whoopsie daisy. What's capping the market? A lot of spikes there, right? So not a big deal. Let me change the color. I like white. So this high is the range, and this low is the range. We are stuck in that range. So actually, you know what? Let me fucking just do it off the cable, off the trend line over here. I can do that. That's the first one. All right, cool. And that's the second one. Drop it down to the 4 hours, and let's see how it looks. All right. It's just consolidating over here. You can see from low to high, high back down to low, high is getting capped over here, low is holding support. So it's just consolidation here. So I bought in. I can't remember where I got in. I can't remember what price it was, but I'm just in. I'm holding this out now. Now what I'm looking for potentially, right, is this. The mid range comes into what, around here itself. So if we get a flip, you can see the resistance at the mid range, resistance at the mid range. If we flip the mid range and hold above it, I'm happy to go up to where our targets is going to be 63 cents. Now, if you want to jump on board, perfectly fine. This is where I would be quite happy. If we come back down below here, hold support, bullish price action, I'll be happy to go for longs here. Right, that's where it is, target 1 and then target 2. The confirmation will be once we break above these highs over here, this high here, and we start holding above this bullish price action, off we fucking go. I reckon this goes up a lot more higher than anticipated. So when you look at it this way, I mean, what did we say the targets, the resistances on the daily? So yeah, 69 cents we're gonna hold, and if we go, to be honest, then we're looking at what, freaking $1 from 69 cents. I would say that $1 will be a key point area, and then we potentially go up to fucking let's call it $4 ish, whatever the number I said earlier on. So like going to $4 is what, from here, which is about, let's call it 50 cents. It's an 8x, and then after that, so 8x in terms of market cap is 16 million. All-time high is up here, and if you take out all-time high, then boy, this goes up for a lot more higher. So that's BRN. I'm damning. I'm holding that shit. Sorry. I'm holding that token itself. And I'm looking for more bullish price action going on there. Okay. I guess it will pump like Creo. Oh, Creo engine. Yeah, Creo engine is my next one. Boy, Creo is like, I'm quite down on Creo, right? Like I'm in at 10 cents. So I saw it early on go down to like fucking 60 cents. I'm like, oh, you fuck. That's what I was thinking of, right? I was like, but at the end of the day, right, it's not one of those things. Like, I'm not really fussed about market pulling back and stuff like that. The market structure is still intact itself. Creo, so it's still higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Is this the higher low? This low was in breach, perfectly fine. There's a range bound environment that is actually building up there, and it's coming to support off a weekly. I'll show you this, right? So the range is this range low, and then you got this as a range high. That's where I'm looking at, right? And if I were to do a mid-range, right, in terms of what's capping the market, the mid-range comes into, Jesus. Let's have a look at the daily. I'm sure I can find that. There we go. So if I copy this, paste that, put this on right here, and it's 1042. Okay. 0.1042. Copy this, and then paste that. All right, and that's where the mid-range is. Why is it gone so far away? No problem. Put this as a dashed line. Cool. And as you can see right here, it's going to the 4 hours. It's pulled back, and it's pulled back, and it kissed what? That range low. So it's kissed it, hold support. People's bought that in, perfectly fine. What's also acting as support as the range low. If you didn't pick out the range low, you got an SR. This is your SR right there. Look how perfect that SR is. Resistance over here, resistance. We smashed above it. Hold the support, hold the support. As long as hold support, we're going to where? Towards the mid range. Once we reclaim the mid range, which is around what? 10.4 cents, we're looking to go to 15 cents. From 15 cents, look, I don't really want it to deviate, right? I want it to actually go a lot more higher. We talked about Ethereum being bullish, but once we get back above the 15 cents, then whoopsie daisy. Once we hold above the 15 cents, and then freaking out, off we go, higher prices in place. You know what I mean? So we'll have to see how that plays out. Looking at Creo, let's go on to the daily. We've already made a new all-time high, and at the same time, you can also say from a different perspective. Let's go on the weekly. What we're doing is we're finding support off this high over here. Now, Creo also has partnered with one of my favorite. This is great because I actually, I'm a big fan of Par. That was one of the first coins I even said in the stream itself. It's partnered with Par. So that's freaking quite mad as well. And Par is like, what, 100 and something million market cap as well. I expect higher prices with them as well. So it's mixing Web3 gaming with AI technology as well. So that's going to be a very interesting thing. And those are the two narratives I'm very, very bullish on as well. So those are my hodl bags itself as well. So Creo, we got, what else is there? Freaking BRN as well. So, but yeah, hopefully that helps out there. Someone said SEI. It's 43. Okay, I'm gonna do the last one. I'm gonna call it a day, and I'll do another stream later on because the reason why I'm gonna call it a day is otherwise I'll be happy to jump on for like an hour and a half. But I'm gonna do a stream with Ghazi, so I need to get prepared for that kind of stuff next as well. So yeah, but tomorrow we will definitely spend a bit more time. Okay. And we won't really need to go into this whole BTC, Ethereum, and all that kind of monarchy as well. But yeah, C, let's have a look what C is saying. Jesus Christ, man. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. It was a coin that I wish I bought into it. Someone told me, like, I was told about this around like 24, 25 cents around the area. Yeah, around here in December. I was told about it to buy it as well. I don't know why I never bought it. I fucked up. I fucked up on that one. Fucked up big time, you know what I'm saying? But still, CoinGecko account compromised. Okay, thank you for that. My the CoinGecko account has been compromised. Don't click on any links, guys. To be honest, guys, I'm gonna tell you this straight up in it. Don't click on any fucking links. Don't click on links you don't even know about. Even if it's like Pornhub, don't even go on that shit. Just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not really worth it. It's not worth all these malarkeys of stress and all that kind of stuff. It's literally just freaking like you hear about people's wallets getting drained in it. So why do yourself that kind of injustice, really? Thank you, John. Appreciate that, man. Smash up the likes if you don't mind. Show me some support if you don't mind. If you're actually learning a few things here and there and whatnot. Right. So C. Fuck. All right. Let's go. Let's have a look weekly. Let's go on the monthly first. First things firstly. This is bullish, man. This is stupidly bullish. So the first thing I can say, right? So I've got no drawings right then. The first thing I can say is the yearly open. We're above the yearly open right here. Let me mark that out. Put that as purple, not purple, red. Go on to the weekly. What do we have? We're getting capped at the open over here, no problem. So not really much to say on the daily. How we're looking like? It is looking, so the yearly support. So the yearly is holding up. Come for a oopsie daisy. Come for a retest over here. Right, what's capping the market? It's this high. That's the range. So this range is where we're looking at, from this area to that area, okay, which is the mid range over here. Okay, cool. So I can actually mark this out actually. Let me do this. That to that. Right? Yeah, that's the daily range, okay? That comes in what? That's a Monday's range as well, by the way. So we are still capped within Monday's range. This whole thing on C is stuck here. So it looks to me, right, that potential, right, is this the anticipation that, you know, if this holds over here and we start breaking above, I mean, let me have a look at the 1 hour. All right then, so the 1 hour looks very bullish, because what's happened is we've come into this area here. From a blank canvas, it's this low here. That's the area of support. Support over here, deviation, support over here. If we lose this level there, it's bearish, okay? Which makes sense. Why? Because we then we go down towards we lose the mid range, right? Bearish market structure, and we're coming down to the yearly open. Makes a lot of sense there, okay? Now, what I'm looking for C, if this, what's capping the market, it's this high over here. So flip this level there. So maybe we get a pullback over here into this level there, because this is the current range that's building out. Once we reclaim this, bullish price action, off we go. I reckon we go a lot more higher into where I'll go first things first. A nice easy target there. I would say stop loss here. Play back into what the freaking the Monday's high, which is a range high itself, and then I'll be looking for an anticipation for the breakout. Once we break up above here, bullish price action, then we start going for liquidity to the upside for these highs over here, where I'm going to expect some sort of reaction right over here, this area here. You can see resistance, sells off. So we're going to come back into it, maybe pull back into this level there, but once we come back up and hold above this, bullish price action, that's it. Let's go. Higher prices. Done there. Right? Steve, what's going on, brother? Hunches. We got Crypto, okay? Good to have you guys here. Really appreciate you there. Right. I'm going to call it a day. It's we've done 45 minutes, 48 minutes here. Hopefully you learned a few things about like psychology, and I talked about like you know, looking at your own pockets and stuff like that kind of stuff. We looked at a couple of charts here, BRN, C, and what's it, Creo. So we looked at those. Tomorrow I will do another session tomorrow around the same time, 6 o'clock the UK time itself, and we'll go through a lot more alts itself. We'll try and cram in as much as we can. We can cram in like if I can get like 7, 8 of them, I'll be quite happy to do so as well. So appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for that. Hit the likes as well, and then like I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Well, if you guys can jump onto the all-time high stream that we're gonna do in about 2 hours and 10 minutes or so. So I'm gonna go eat and whatnot, come back and then get ready for the stream itself. Right. So appreciate that, Zishan. Have a good day. Take care, everyone. See you soon.